This is the moment that we all have been waiting for. Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins have officially signed their contract extensions. What does that mean for Draymond? Let's get right into it. So first off, I want to give a big shout out to Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. They were very integral pieces to the Warriors' success last year, and without them, getting to the playoffs and making it to the championship run would not have been possible. Jordan Poole signed a $140 million contract extension. 123 of it is fully guaranteed. 17 mil of the deal is based on contract incentives, which means if he's doing certain things as far as possibly becoming an all-star, all-NBA, whatever, he will get extra money on the deal, but it's guaranteed at $123 million. We focused on the Jordan Poole contract actually in an earlier video, which I didn't make a recording about the fight between Poole, Draymond, or whatever, because I thought it was extra. It wasn't really basketball, but the point is, Jordan Poole has now inked his contract. Tyler Hero set the market exactly for what was going to happen, which we noted, because Tyler, if you remember, made $130 million, 120 of it fully guaranteed, but the other 10 coming from contract incentives. So Poole's contract is very comparable to Tyler's, but it's better. And I think overall, Tyler getting that contract is what led to Poole's structuring being what it was. But we got to get to Andrew Wiggins, bro. And on the channel, you understand that specifically when it comes down to Andrew Wiggins, he's been a very key and pivotal piece on this Warriors team. Obviously, when they traded for him to get from Minnesota to the Warriors, he was a different player on how they used him. A lot changed with Andrew Wiggins, and specifically, he took a pay cut to be here with us, which is wild because he could have demanded more money, but he actually took a significant pay cut, which does help the Warriors long term, since obviously there is some cap issues. But shout out to Andrew Wiggins. I'm very happy that he's on this team. Overall, the combined contracts of Wiggins and Poole collectively are worth $250 million, which is wild to think about, but that's exactly what the cap is right now on those two guys. Joe Lacob came out and said that he did not want to exceed $400 million on total payroll. The luxury tax next year is going to be valued at $280 million, and it could actually extend to $500 million. Right now, with these two players doing what they do, if Draymond opts in as well, you're looking at an overall bill that can almost exceed $500 million. Now, for a lot of people, it's in the air. Do they extend Draymond? Do they let him walk to not be killed by the cap? Obviously, I'm focusing on the financials because that's going to determine the basketball that we see. Because ultimately, even though Jordan Poole is great and Andrew Wiggins is great and Draymond Green is great, keeping them on the team is based in finance but also basketball play. And I think that for Draymond specifically at his age, he's looking for a contract that can make him last and make a lot of money for potentially the last contract of his NBA career. Draymond wants to sign the 5-year, $165 million contract. That will take the Warriors completely over the luxury cap. And just for people who don't know what that is, if you go over the base cap in the NBA, the penalty is you have to pay a luxury tax fine. The Warriors have been doing it for years, and obviously it's a multiplier on each individual dollar. So if your cap is like 215 and you go beyond that to 230, you're now going to be paying a lot more money because you went over, even though it was by such a small margin. That's just how it works. Now, I noted this in the video before. I said that there was gonna be a choice in the air that had to be made between these guys because I didn't think that Lacob would go over. However, I also said that winning changes a lot of things, and the money that they're making in the Chase Center, they have the money to do it, but it's a question of would they want to go that far just to win basketball games. I say that because the sad reality is the NBA is a business, and obviously us as fans, we want to see teams go and win, play hard, all this and all that, and we focus on the sport. but it's a business. So him not wanting to go over 400 million is something you have to be okay with, even though I'm not really a fan of telling billionaires whatever. It's ultimately true. Like, it is what it is. But the fact that he went over, to me, speaks to the faith that he has in those players, the faith that he has in this team to consistently generate more revenue, and the desire he has to keep this team consistent. Now, this was a bittersweet moment for me because obviously I wanted to see Andrew Wiggins and Poole extended, but also don't want to lose Draymond. I think Draymond is an integral piece to what the Warriors do as far as fighting for championship contention. And if he's off of this roster, even though some people will say that there are replacements to what Draymond can do, I don't believe that. I think that the value Draymond has exclusive to the Warriors is very, very massive. And if he walks, it's going to be very hard to replace that and win within a year or two. And the window, like, as Steph and all of the veteran players decline, you're seeing the young players come in and produce to get to that level. But it's going to take a lot of time for them to get on a similar level of those veteran players. So for me, I don't want to let go of Draymond Green if we don't have to. The positive in this, though, is I feel like with Andrew Wiggins and Poole getting their contracts, getting their bags, I think they are going to be very motivated to, again, continue because now they know exactly where they're going to be at. They're no longer technically in a contract year. And remember, they can now just focus on basketball. There's not going to be 150 million questions about what's going to happen. They're set. They're good. And I think that them seeing the confidence that the Warriors have in them will, again, push them to really produce in this season. With Draymond, he didn't get a contract. And I know internally it must hurt to look around and see your teammates getting the money that they deserve and you not getting what you feel like you deserve. So I can't even be mad at Draymond for feeling like he wants what he wants. But he's in a contract year. So I still think that even though that didn't go the way he wanted to, he's going to still have the opportunity to play hard and potentially play at a level where he can secure a contract like that, maybe. I still think it's a lot to ask for Lacob to go over that far just to pay Draymond Green a max, which he's on the wrong side of 30, so they probably don't want to do that. But ultimately, Draymond's going to do what he does. I feel like he understands the stakes of this season from a championship and a personal contract perspective, and I think that he's going to play very hard to get what he wants. So yeah, overall, I'm very excited about this news. I like how we can just focus on basketball again. I didn't make a video on the Draymond Green, Jordan Poole punch situation because it just wasn't basketball. It was something deeper than that. It was a bunch of nasty media stuff. And I will say this, I do feel like a big part of them moving past that situation could possibly be this extension because I'm pretty sure Poole was notified earlier of them getting closer in their contract negotiation talks, and I feel as if Poole is a mentally tough player. He's not a weak-minded player in any way, and if you're going through a situation like that, you might feel upset, you might feel very, very frustrated, but what can help that, die down and slightly go away is you securing life-changing money, and that's what he just did with this contract. So I do like that we can put that to bed. Obviously, there's a lot more questions beyond that because you have younger players in the next 2 to 3 years coming up. Klay Thompson is going to also have to get an extension. I personally believe Klay will take less because he was making a lot of money, like crazy, crazy money when he was injured, not playing any games. I think he will come around. I'm not sure if Draymond will, but we'll have to see. I can't see another massive contender wanting to give him the max that he wants / thinks he deserves. So I do think the Warriors are going to make him test free agency. But ultimately, with Wiggins and Poole signing their contracts, I think Draymond is going to look at the bigger picture with the new TV deals coming up, and he's going to opt in, play another season with the Warriors, and try to get that max the next year. I think that's the smart play if Draymond really wants to maximize what he can get. But hey, y'all let me know in the comments exactly how you feel about it. I'm very excited about what this team is finally going to be able to do this season. We can finally stop talking about the money, stop stressing about this stuff, and just see these guys play, which obviously basketball, we want to bring it back to as much as we can. But in the comments below, let me know how you guys feel about the Jordan Poole, Draymond Green situation. Let me know how you feel about Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins getting signed. Should they have gotten paid that extent? Let me know. Me personally, I like it. I'm in support. I'm with it. And I'm ready to get back to basketball. We're going to have a lot of videos on this channel detailing the NBA season. I have a bunch of creative thoughts and ideas for different types of videos and live streams coming up. So if you're not subscribed, hit that link, subscribe, like the video, all that stuff. And I will catch you guys in the next NBA upload. Peace out, people.